like the idea of thinking that these people will now grow up wanting to change themselves as opposed to loving themselves, you know? Like, as opposed to seeing how beautiful they are and realizing how much they have to offer the world just the way they are. That's what I think. That's what I think is very demonic about the industry as a whole, is that it makes people feel that they're never enough.
Were you? Well, put a pause on that.
Is Ariana Grande okay? We all know how much pressure Hollywood can put on female celebrities, especially when it comes to their appearance. However, Ariana's new look in her music video has made many people genuinely concerned. This is no longer simply about being extremely thin. Some fans feel that it could point to a possible health problem. Nicki Minaj previously warned about how controlling and demanding music executives can be, but many people dismissed her comments as jealousy or bitterness. Now, after watching Ariana appear to become noticeably thinner, Nicki seems to be raising those concerns again and urging people to pay closer attention.
They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure.
Recently, Ariana Grande's team announced that she plans to step away from the public eye after finishing her Eternal Sunshine tour. Taking a break is not unusual for a celebrity of Ariana's level. After years of performing, traveling, interviews, and constant attention, it is understandable that she might need time to rest and recharge. However, the wording of the announcement has made many people look twice. Her team said Ariana wants to complete the tour on a positive note, both physically and emotionally, before taking a much-needed break from public appearances and other work that keeps her under constant scrutiny. They also emphasized how demanding her performances are. Ariana puts on a highly physical show that requires a great deal of movement, stamina, and athletic ability. She performs at a very high level night after night, which can place a lot of pressure on the body. Still, many fans are not convinced that this explanation answers their concerns. Ariana's appearance and weight loss have been heavily discussed since she took on the role of Glinda in the Wicked films. Some people have speculated about whether weight loss medication played a role in the dramatic change, while others have simply expressed concern about how different she looks now. The conversation has become especially intense online, with fans asking whether someone close to Ariana should step in and make sure she's okay. At the same time, people are uncomfortable with the idea of dismissing those concerns as nothing more than negativity or public criticism. Fans are trying to be careful because there have been situations in the past where people judged a celebrity's appearance without knowing what was really happening behind the scenes. Chadwick Boseman is one example often remembered in conversations like this. People commented on his weight loss before learning that he was privately dealing with cancer. That history has made some fans hesitant to speak too strongly about Ariana. They do not want to make unfair assumptions about her health. However, others argue that simply saying she is performing successfully does not automatically mean there is nothing to worry about. Being able to get through a demanding concert does not necessarily tell the public what someone may be experiencing privately. Some people have also pointed to Ariana's public appearances and photographs, claiming that certain outfits and poses draw attention to her extremely thin frame. To them, it seems as though the subject became harder to ignore once fans began openly discussing it. Nicki Minaj, who has known and worked with Ariana in the past, has also been mentioned in discussions about the singer's changing public image. Some observers believe the Ariana people remember from earlier in her career seems very different from the woman they see today. There is even an argument that Ariana has spent much of her career moving between different personalities and images created for the entertainment industry. Ariana herself once spoke to Billboard about being an unusual child. She described herself as strange, dark, and somewhat troubled when she was young. She recalled that when she was only a few years old, her mother became concerned about some of her behavior and even worried about what she might become. As a teenager, Ariana also developed a fascination with famous killers. All of this has added another layer to the conversation surrounding her current image. While fans may never know the full truth behind what Ariana is experiencing, the concern surrounding her appearance and demanding schedule continues to grow.
Young fans at the time, it was I think it was in between like me being Kat and pop stuff. So it was like a younger group. But it was with a parent. Someone said, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him.
Wow.
Ariana's interest in serial killers and the way some of them managed to live secret double lives reportedly influenced the image she created when she began her career as a pop star. She did not simply move away from her earlier Nickelodeon look. She made major changes to her overall appearance and public identity. Her skin tone, accent, speaking voice, and style all seemed noticeably different, leading some people to criticize her transformation and even give her the nickname Blackiana. Critics argued that this new persona appeared carefully created by her team to make her more fashionable, attract attention, and help sell records. Around that time, Ariana also spoke publicly about having unusual and frightening experiences. In a 2013 interview, she described encounters with what she believed were dark entities or demons that sometimes disturbed her while she was trying to sleep. She said she learned to deal with these experiences by giving the entities names and even attempting to befriend them, allowing her to continue working and remain productive as an artist.
And I think I've reached a place with my monsters where I appreciate them because I know that they're trying to protect me from disappointment, from more hurt, from more whatever, but they're not productive for me as an artist. So I lovingly ask them, I have a name for them, and I lovingly ask them if they can just get me a coffee and come back in 15. And they do.
Love her or hate her, Nicki Minaj has often spoken openly about her faith and has criticized what she believes is dark or harmful behavior within the entertainment industry. She has also made strong claims about other celebrities and has warned her audience about what she sees happening behind the scenes. At the same time, Nicki was once known to be close with Ariana Grande, which makes the concerns surrounding Ariana even more interesting. According to the claims being discussed, the two eventually became distant because Ariana allegedly developed a relationship with people around her that became unhealthy and controlling. This supposedly allowed her to move from one public image to another without many fans noticing the changes. That became much harder to ignore after Ariana took on the role of Glinda in Wicked. Her appearance changed noticeably once again, but it was not only her physical image that caught people's attention. Her behavior during interviews, public appearances, and red carpet events also seemed different. She appeared softer, more innocent, and almost childlike in a way that matched the character she was playing. Some people believe this transformation was necessary to help promote the movie and fit the image expected from a major Hollywood production. The Wizard of Oz franchise also has a complicated history, which has led some people to draw uncomfortable comparisons between the past and the present. The original 1939 film is still one of Hollywood's most famous movies, but the story behind its production was not nearly as magical as the finished product. Judy Garland, who played Dorothy, faced enormous pressure while making the film. She was reportedly placed on strict diets because studio executives wanted her to maintain a young and childlike appearance. She was also subjected to harsh criticism about her looks and was pressured to change herself to meet Hollywood's expectations. Those experiences reportedly affected Garland for much of her life. She struggled with eating problems, depression, and addiction, and her personal life was deeply affected by the pressures she experienced as a young performer. She eventually died at the age of 47. Because of this history, some people now wonder whether Ariana could be experiencing a similar kind of pressure, especially because her appearance has changed significantly since becoming involved with Wicked. Ariana's recent music and visual projects have also added fuel to these discussions. In one music video, she appears to make major changes to herself in order to gain approval from powerful Hollywood figures. The story eventually shows her turning against those people after reaching a breaking point. However, the ending reveals that the entire situation was actually part of a film set and that Ariana was simply playing a role. Some viewers interpreted this as a deeper message about the entertainment business, suggesting that performers may not always have as much control over their careers as audiences assume. There have also been claims that Ariana has a history of being pressured to change her appearance. During her time on Nickelodeon, for example, her hair was reportedly treated repeatedly for her role, leaving it badly damaged. Stories like this have made some fans question whether the pressure surrounding her appearance has continued into adulthood. Her recent weight loss has therefore become another subject of public concern, with some people wondering whether it is entirely her personal choice or partly the result of industry expectations. Nicki Minaj is not the only person who has raised concerns about these issues. Actress Jamila Jamil has also criticized the way celebrity culture can normalize extreme beauty standards. She pointed out that major celebrities often have access to professional support and mental health resources that ordinary fans do not have. That difference matters because young people watching their favorite stars may try to copy what they see without understanding the circumstances behind it. Many fans have expressed similar worries online. Some believe Ariana has played so many different characters and public personas that it has become difficult to know what her real personality is like away from the spotlight. Others have become concerned about the message her changing appearance could send to younger audiences. One person even described using photos of Ariana and another famous performer to explain to their child why unhealthy beauty standards should not be treated as normal. Ultimately, these conversations raise bigger questions about fame, appearance, identity, and the pressure placed on entertainers. Nobody outside Ariana's personal life can know exactly what she is experiencing or why her body and image have changed. It is important not to assume that every change has a dark explanation. Still, the concerns from fans and fellow celebrities show how strongly people are paying attention. What do you think? Could Ariana's transformation simply be part of her career and role, or do you believe there may be deeper pressures involved? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.